All right, so today we're going to dive in and check out the floor pan situation. I'm going to pull the seats, at least front seats, center console, and carpet at a minimum. Try to get down there. I know it's bad because I can see the ground. So we're gonna figure it out and then find out what I need to fix it. I'm just putting flat steel in, but that'll be good enough. Driver seats out, trash everywhere, and a big old pile of change from under the seat. But now we will get the passenger seat out and then center console and carpet. Okay, front seats are out. I'm going to pick up the trash, vacuum it out, get in there and get the center console out. I can already tell they're bad. That floor pan supposedly sunk and it looks like it's dragging on the ground, but we'll get it fixed one way or another. I'm just putting flat steel back in. Luckily, the supports where the seats bolt, there's one across here, there's one across here, those seem to be in good shape still. So that's the important thing. I can just sheet metal up under it, weld it to it, and be good to go. But yeah, we'll get her done. All right, I got it vacuumed out good enough for me to get in. Carpet is trashed in this car. The rust color is from the seat brackets that I built and never painted. And it's just, the padding is deteriorating. There's a hole in the carpet there and what feels like the floor pan. There's holes and rust spots and it's just nasty. It probably won't go back in the car. I'll probably try to find a set of black carpet and maybe put it in the car. If not, I'll do the fancy kick panels on the floor there that are like gusseted or dimple dyed or diamond plate or something. I'll figure that out later, but time to get the center console out. So, bad news. Floor pans are very bad. Like non-existent the entire length of the passenger compartment. Let me show you. Driver's footwell. There's the main structure of the car, what they would consider the frame or the unibody strength. I'll POR that. Well, I'll wire wheel it really good, POR it, skin the top. Maybe skin the side angle there, but inner rockers are shot. Again, it's all gonna be flat sheet metal up through here. And surprisingly, those wires were hanging down off the car and they haven't touched the ground, so they're not rubbed. But I've got to replace that whole section. And then this side, it's about just as bad. This is all kind of halfway loose, so I'm going to right along there just cut it out, leave that because that's a seat mount. The other side's still good. The center of the car is okay. Cut all that out, cut it across there, replace that. Passenger side, same way, pretty much. Just gonna have to cut it all out and repair it. So hard to tell, but I've got sheet metal in, tools sitting there. Sorry, I don't have a flashlight, but that's where I'm calling it for the night. I'll get back to it after I go get some more sheet metal for the other 3 spots. Okay. So in the middle of this video, we're also going to do a first start, or at least attempt. I went to BMW on Monday, ordered a key, got it on today, which is Wednesday, Stopped at Walmart and grabbed a battery. Couldn't figure out which one the stock E36 battery was. I assume they don't sell them anymore because they're those vented batteries or whatever. Got me an H6, should be plenty good. Got a key. I've checked the oil level's fine. The oil's actually not too bad in it. And there's coolant in it, so I'm gonna reach in here and throw her in neutral. And this car never had a clutch safety, so we're gonna see if it'll start. Gauges seem to be operating unless it's like completely empty. I mean, it's possible there's no fuel in it, but it started and then died. It's starting and then dying instantly. Huh. I wonder what that could be. Guess we'll find out. Okay, so I could get the car to run off of the pedal, but if I let off, it dies out. So I'm gonna check, and I don't see a leaking injector. We'll do a sensor check. We'll figure things out and see what happens, but I think we're gonna be good. Could be maybe mass airflow related. It's kind of a lot of shit to look at. Check which fuses here are missing and see if maybe that's something. This is cruise control, so that's not an issue. I believe this one, yeah, this one was for the charge control throttle body. Vacuum leak checks also. Simple stuff. We'll get it figured out. But it started. Let me start it again and run it on the pedal real quick. Ain't no seat and missing a floor pan, but it's almost like the idle is set way too low, because if I let off, it just dies out. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But it starts, so that's the big thing. I'm gonna get this get this driver's side floor pan done hopefully tonight and put a seat back in it. That way I can try to make sure the clutch is operational and all that fun stuff. I was using flux core before and I said screw that. That's all I had. Went and borrowed the welder tank from my dad, and because the welder will do MIG and flux, so we'll get it set up for MIG. We'll get it taken care of, and then maybe drive the car in a day or two, because I'm gonna put floor pans in it, and then while I'm doing floor pans, I'm doing inner rockers, and after that it will be, I mean, outer rockers, but I'm gonna order sedan rockers and cut them to make them work, because all you can find is sedan rockers. And then go to the junkyard and try and find a quarter panel. I need a driver's side E36 quarter panel, because I've got that rust and the rust down there, which the rocker might have that. I'm not sure. No, it won't, because it's a coupe and I need coupe. I'm gonna use sedan rockers, but I need that replaced. I'll get this tail panel, and I believe they're like 300 bucks. Comes all the way in between the taillights, or I'll find one at the junkyard and just cut it out behind the taillight and behind the taillight, because it's good back there. It's just not good from here to here. This quarter though is still pretty decent. Needs a little patch there. The lower door is starting to rust, and the lower part of the quarter there, but the door there. So I could probably use a set of doors, fix the quarters, get new fenders because I rolled them like an idiot when I was young and dumb. So this one will probably be okay because I'll probably end up cutting it out and putting a bolt-on flare or over fender kit. This one does have a dent right here, which was on there when I bought the car. So who cares? Figure it out later. Oh, that's new. But yeah, this door has that. But the only other rust is right there. So this door's in good shape if it weren't for those dents right there, which were there when I bought it. So it's going to be quite a long process. All right, floor pans are done. I sprayed some rust reformer around the edges so it won't rust. I'm going to seam seal those still, but as you can see, just those side, the halves are all that needed done on that one and that one. I've got to put fillers underneath these braces from the bottom still, and then it will be all sealed up. And then seam seal it all and probably put like bed liner down, something with some grit, so that my feet won't slide around up there. But it'll be it. I gotta put the center console back in. I still gotta make a junkyard run to get the center stack and probably an entire door because somebody's cut all the wires and I don't know what they go to or anything. Windows don't work. They work if you do the, oh, this side you can't hear it, but that side does the little bump thingy. Oh, here we go. You can see it there when I press this in. So the motor's doing its job, but when I have the key on, I can't do anything with the switches down there. So I have to figure that out. I electrical taped all these wires. That side too. All that's left, there's a harness and power, two separate ones, and then this is all in one. Got that all tidied up so it wasn't flopping everywhere. I've got to reattach. There's a couple grounds that had studs on them. I pulled the studs off and I'm going to put a bolt in them somewhere. Same on that side. There's one connector that needs done, but floor pans are done. I'll be able to put the center console back in, put the seat in, and then probably drive it. The car runs and drives. I checked the clutch yesterday from sitting on the floor. So the car moved. Need to get I can smell the fuel. You can't smell it obviously on the camera, but there's a fuel leak directly below here because the fuel lines run right along there. And when I was smacking it with a hammer to get all the rusty big chunks of rust off to find out where I had to go, I think I cracked a line. So I'll get that prepared and should be able to drive it. I can smell bad gas too, so I'll have to drain the tank and put some good fuel in it and maybe we'll drive it.